racism. Among cultures or individuals, it's a horrible, immoral action. Yet everywhere you look, the campaign against modern racism has been sort of twisted to fit someone's agenda in the name of really what is, I believe, a theocracy of political correctness. It's typically no longer a campaign against racist people because did you know that the name of a helicopter can be racist, for example, or a missile, or a paint color? Of course, you know about the racistic accusations as far as sports teams. Without anyone noticing, utilities and athletics that we come into contact with every day have been maliciously titled to embed and further racist schemes. Or have they? Here to discuss is Howard Portnoy, editor-in-chief of LibertyUnyielding.com. Howard, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. Paint colors, really, Howard? I mean, isn't that going a little bit far?
The paint color? Well, the guy in question is named Clinton Tucker, and he works for, I guess he's a paint mixer or something, and he works for Benjamin Moore, or at least he did. He was fired. And his complaint was that the company had come out with a paint color called Tucker Chocolate. Now, their contention was that this is a 1798 color requested by one St. George Tucker for his home. And they weren't specific about where exactly this was. But anyway, Clinton Tucker took exception with that and with some other colors. And apparently he made waves and he was fired. He now he's filing a lawsuit against Benjamin Moore, claiming he was fired for raising a ruckus over this.
You know, to me, I mean, I'm saying if they named a paint color, you know, short girl, I wouldn't really care. A short girl. I would maybe even think it was an honor if I worked there. I mean, why isn't this some sort of prestige to have a paint color named after you?
Well, because it also includes his race. It's Tucker Chocolate, and there's also Chocolate Brown or Tucker Brown something.
But I am a short girl, and it involves my gender and my height. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could discriminate against either of those. So when you simply mention a color, especially in a favorable way, I mean, I don't know, chocolate's one of my favorite things. I don't understand. I think we've gotten hyper and really to the point of utter ridiculousness at this point. I think other countries must be laughing at us if this is the best thing we can come up with to say, we still have a society that's racist.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. This is just one story, of course, to surface. We did a story over at Liberty Unyielding about Simon Waxman's commentary in the, he writes for Boston Review, and he did a commentary on helicopters, and said that there were a slight on American Indians, Comanche, Chinook, Lakota. These are all names of helicopters, and he feels that by naming them that, the U.S. military has taken a swipe on Native Americans who were delegitimized. They were subjugated, and they lost fights, and this is a way of gloating to your enemy. You
know, you have that, and then you have the opposite of that, where I know when my husband was in the Senate, they were always trying to get him to, you know, sponsor bills to name a road after a certain ethnic tribe or, you know, something like that. So, I mean, you know, is it that when they do call something by that name, it's racist, or that when they omit calling something by that name, it's racist? I think the race baiters out there need to make up their minds, Howard. That's what I think.
Yeah, there's just no winning. They're damned if they do and damned if they don't.
Seems so. Well, folks can check out your list of all of this ridiculousness at LibertyUnyielding.com. And of course, Howard Portnoy, he is on Twitter. We thank you so much for being with us. At least it gives us something to laugh about, right, Howard?
Absolutely. Thank you, Gina.
We've got that going for us. I really, you have to read through these because the news can be so oppressive sometimes. So I definitely want you to check out more racist names embedded in our culture.